Hi guys, Grudy's Racing Resto. Yeah, a little bit of I've had a bit of downtime. I got a little bit of heat stroke last Saturday. Got a bit hot. For any of the people that know what's going on, I've been kind of stuck on the couch, just sweating it out and dying. As you get older, you got to look after yourself a bit more. I've got to do a little bit less work and more self-care, so we'll get rid of the fat guts at some stage. That'll be happening. But yeah, thanks for the guys that have wished me well. Now, back on trying to get a little bit of shit done. We've got to get that little green girl done, Rust. I'm feeling better, but I'm still really, really dizzy. And we've got to get the gearbox in Joe's, and that's what we've got here. All right, so I thought I'd share a little bit of shit about the getrag. A lot of people have been asking questions. I've found a lot of unanswered questions on the internet. Right, so now this has to be in neutral for me to get the back on. So we are in neutral. Now, rear tailstock actually has shims. Where this goes on, shims sit, right? Nut goes on. Oh, had a little bastard in my hair. We had a walk. Right, he's gone. So yes, rear yoke has shims. For anyone wanting to know, what thickness? I don't know. How far back you have to have it off? I don't know. I do know that this sits this way. So it has to be far enough that it's off of here. All right. So we'll put that on there anyway because we're about to put the tailstock on. Right. Tailstock's all done. Tiny little bearing in here. Tiny little ball bearing that holds this little collar in. So if you've ever got this apart, I will show you. I had it all apart. There's no paperwork, no nothing for these. So this tiny little bearing came flying out. We just got it dirty. Try to keep everything so bloody clean. Right. The little bearing, there's no literature on this. Right, so if you're pulling apart a 420G and a little bearing falls out, that's where it's from. Now, there's in this collar, there is a little cutout. There. All right. Once it's in there, it's cut out. See there? Right, you'll be fine. So what we'll do now is put that back together. That's going to go back in there. I'll put the bolt in, and I'm going to slide this back end on the gearbox. Right, this is what we're going to run. Some 7590 GL4 Pro Gear, because it was a little noisy. So we want to stop it from being massively noisy. So I'll just tip a bit in here, tip a bit in there. And then that way it's everywhere. Now, big issue I've got. Right, we've got it in everywhere. I'll just tip the excess off like this. And we'll get it out and I'll tip it into my little container, because you need to get this. This has got to be perfect clean. So I use metho, wax and grease, whatever you've got on hand. And then, yeah, you've got to make sure it's in neutral, which it is. And then I will literally drop it over the top, and we use anaerobic. For all of you people that want to know what we use, that's what we use. So last time I put the bell housing on this gearbox, I didn't do the rear, and the rear leaked. So no matter what, this had to be done. But yeah, I'll do a little bit on the inputs once I'm done here, and I'll do a part 2.